Hey, how you doing? It's time, family. It's time. We're back. And it's time. It's the segment. Remember, we are here bringing you, talking about technology, talking about businesses. And today we are with Elliot Cardona. How you feeling
Hi,
today?
everyone.
Hey, great. Remember, our main language is Spanish, and we're doing this podcast in English and Spanish. This one is in English, so
forgive our English. We mix.
yeah,
some
you got to
mistakes.
excuse us, man. We're trying to do the best we can, right? So this is what we got. We're from Puerto Rico. So if you're in the area, in the zone, let us know. It will be fun to meet you. We're in Puerto Rico, and we're bringing you today a new podcast. We're going to be talking about what is it better for a business, a tablet or a laptop, right? So remember, this segment is focused on helping the entrepreneurs, the young people, the new people that are going into business, or maybe even bigger businesses, right? That want to get some advice on technology. And we're giving them today what we think is the best thing. What you think is the best thing for technology, a laptop or a tablet? What you think, Elliot? What you think is best?
Well, I think basically each device has its purpose, business-wise, right? Because you could have both. Because depending on the use you're going to give the tablet or the use you're going to give the laptop, it's the one you're going to choose, right? For example, laptops tend to have better processors. They have bigger screens. They have more storage, etc. Right? And a tablet's more basically, even though they're tablets today, they're very powerful, but it's basically the use you're going to give them. Like, say, for example, if you're having a business and you have people that are going to be on the go, and they're just going to use certain apps that you developed, and you're going to be taking like interviews or something, maybe all you need is a tablet for that specific task. And if your employees that's what they're going to be doing, then you're better off just using a tablet, right? But if you're going to be doing like more extensive work, you need a computer that's more powerful. Maybe you're going to be doing more things. Accessing different operating systems, or maybe it all depends really what you're going to be doing. So I'm thinking right now it depends on the use you're going to give one.
Okay, I get it. So let's do this. So the idea is it will depend on what you're going to use it for. So what we're going to do is we're going to simplify this a little. Okay. Let's talk a little bit first about the technology and the architecture of a laptop, and what a tablet is really on technology wise. That way we could be more clear on what are we looking for, right? So for example, when we talk about laptops, we're talking about big, right? Compared to a tablet, a big bulky thing, right? Is big, is a big equipment, is heavy. A laptop is heavier than a tablet. So that's a factor that we got to factor in when we're deciding which one we want to use. A laptop usually is a big thing. It has a monitor and it has a keyboard thing, which makes it really big, right? You have to have this big thing open in order to use it. Even though you could get some laptop that switches the screen and turns into a
it's like a tablet laptop.
But it's still a laptop, and it's still really big and bulky. Computers, in this case, like a laptop, allows you to put hard drives in, right? Like more storage if you need storage, like a lot. Mm-hmm. And they come with a lot of storage, which is very good. Laptops also could be used for a lot of different things, like gaming, like really good businesses running, like they call them workstations.
Yeah, they tend to have more connectivity. Like, for example, you're going to connect an HDMI, you're going to connect VGA ports. That tend to have more ports.
Yeah. And it's not like a tablet does not have dongles, right? Mm-hmm. We all know about the dongles, and you could just, but it's not like a laptop. The laptop has the ports integrated, built in the equipment. So when we think about a laptop, we're thinking like a hardware that is very big and powerful. And another thing we have with laptops is the operating systems, mm-hmm. which is, this is something you have to think about when you're talking about using a laptop or a tablet. It's not the same thing. When you use a tablet, the iOS that it uses, the operating system that it uses, is not the same than the operating system you're using in a PC, in a laptop that is PC. Even if you're using a laptop that is Mac, Apple Mac does not use the same up to the day of this video, because this everything changes within time. But up to now, a laptop of Apple does not run the same iOS on the Apple and on the tablet at the same. They are not the same. So by not being the same, you cannot run the applications, the physical applications that you install on the computer on both systems the same way. So if you're using traditional applications, right, you probably need a laptop, right? Because it's the only place you're going to be able to install them.
Because basically, tablets, to put it this way, they're like big phones.
Yeah.
And you know that you can run a lot of things on your phone, but you can't run everything.
Yeah.
Not everything works the same on the phone as the laptop, right? So if you have a tablet, it's like a big phone. So there's going to be a lot of applications. The thing is, it has a bigger screen, a little bit more power, right? So there's going to be a lot of applications that you could use, but not all of them work the same as a business or a laptop. You mentioned before operating systems. Now we have Windows, and now we have Google's Chromebook. And Chromebook, even though it's Google, it works more like a laptop. That means an application that's web-based, at least web-based, that you could run on a PC, it's going to run exactly with a Chromebook. But if you use a tablet, it may not work the same or look the same and have the same features. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's the difference basically with laptops. That not everything is designed to work with tablets. Normally tablets, since I said before, they're like big phones, so they work better when you use apps.
Yeah.
You know, normally with a phone, you use your app. With tablets, you also use apps. You could browse and most of the time work with these online apps or websites, but they not all work the same. It'll work better if it's an app designed for a phone or for a tablet.
So going again with the computers, in this case the laptops are bigger. They do not run the same way they run on a tablet. And power-wise, a laptop will take more power to work. Will take more time, like less time of battery power.
Consumes more battery.
Consumes more battery, right? Like a laptop, you will get like a lot of hours if it's connected to the power. Yeah. But if you're gonna use it by battery, laptops last really little. They spend a lot because they have fans inside. Exactly. They use a lot of things to keep themselves cold. Laptop gets really hot. You know, they get really hot. More if they're Apple laptops, they get really hot. So those are little factors you gotta know. And even the portability, it is not as portable, even though they're called laptops, right?
Exactly.
It's not as portable
compared to
a tablet. Yeah, because if you compare it to a computer, it's obviously more portable.
Exactly.
But so when we're talking about the hardware of a laptop, we have these limitations, which is our limitations or our features, right? Because it depends. If you needed all those powerful things we just said, don't look at the tablet. You ain't gonna get all that on the tablet. All those ports, all the speed, all those powers, all the applications you could run.
It's the keyboard, even though you could add and use keyboards on tablets,
it's not the same.
It's not the same. Like, for example, if you're gonna be a person who's gonna be writing a lot,
yeah,
you could use a tablet to write something, write some emails, but you're gonna be working all day writing. You're gonna want a laptop because you want at least a full keyboard
and the full mouse, even the track mouse of a laptop is way better than the trackpad of Apple on the tablet.
But even though, right, just since we want, we're recommending to the people to our viewers is that you could actually, at least in an Android tablet, you could actually add a physical normal size keyboard and a normal mouse, and you could use it with your tablet. So that's one of the benefits of using like an Android, because you actually could connect a keyboard and a mouse.
But in that case, we're going specific, and in that case, it will depend on if the person is going to be working with an application that works on Android.
Exactly.
We don't want to get in there because then we will get into a new topic, and that will be operating systems topic and all that. We'll take that for another video. But for this video, the hardware, the technology, which one was better? Now we're going to talk a little bit about the tablet. In the case of a tablet, you have an equipment that has a long time of battery. This batteries last forever. Like, you could have a tablet working forever.
For 8-9 hours.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter if it's video. It doesn't matter if it's just typing or whatever. It lasts a lot. It's a portable, really small,
lightweight
form factor, right? It's very small. It's no mouse. No, nothing else you need. There's no keyboard that you need to be carrying around, even though you could get the externals like
All tablets are touchscreen.
Yeah, all tablets are touchscreen. All laptops are not touchscreen. Some of them are, some of them aren't. So
So you pay extra for a touchscreen when it's a laptop. Here,
Yeah.
it's just included.
it's just included. Then we get the application things. We could say, okay, but we can't run the physical PC applications. Yeah, but you can't run on the PCs the apps that runs on tablets either. So
Yeah,
like you just said, a big phone, all the applications you could run, well, not all. Let's not be generic. Most of the applications that you could run on phone, you could just run on a tablet because they're almost compatible. Some of them are not because of the size of the screen and all that stuff, and they doesn't let you run them. But most of them are. And if your applications, the ones you're going to be using for productivity, are based on a application for a phone or a tablet, it's going to work on your tablet. It's not going to work on a regular laptop. So technology-wise, these tablets are mega powerful. I mean, they have like powerful processors. The Apple ones, they have Apple's technology now, and they're really powerful.
I think that the future is moving towards that eventually tablets are going to be able to do basically everything. You know, most of the things that we can't do today, I think in the near future we are going to be able to do them because basically the limitations are more software-wise. Once they get that done, that you could actually work with these apps, then it's now you're gonna have more use with the tablet. So it's gonna be something very interesting in the future. We're gonna see what's happening with these devices.
Yeah, that's gonna be a topic for another segment, but it's true because the using these processors called ARM, the ones that they're using now, it is with the idea of doing that. But I don't want to get into that because we don't want to get out of the topic. We want to come back to where we were, and the idea is that you could use a tablet for certain things that you cannot probably use the PC, the laptop, or a Mac, whatever you want to use.
I guess heavy loads, heavy working things. You need a very, like, how can I say this? Processor wise,
Yeah.
Then you should go with a laptop, right?
Yeah.
And if you need like a bigger screen or something, because you have laptops with 17-inch screens, et cetera, et cetera.
Multiple screens.
Then you're gonna go with your laptop. But I mean, mobile-wise, if you're just gonna be watching videos, maybe sending some emails, using some certain apps that you use, even though the business,
Yeah.
then you go with your tablet.
That's what I was gonna say. You gave an example before that like if you're working in a dealership, right, and you have your vendors and they're gonna be going through the floor, running maybe certain applications that shows them the models of the cars, the brochures. And they want to show it to the client.
Exactly.
And they're not gonna go with a laptop all over they could go with a tablet though and do that.
Dario, recently I was in a fast food.
Yeah.
And I was in the drive-through and I saw that they were taking the orders and they had tablets. So that's a specific use.
Yeah.
You're not going to use a laptop for that. So it depends on the use you're going to give them.
Probably it's going to last them even 8 hours, and it's going to give them a lot of battery last. And then the applications, probably they could just connect them to the. I mean,
They probably use the design to work with the tablet. You know?
It's
That's what I'm saying, because I think in the future there's going to be more and more apps designed for these types of equipment that basically going to probably wind up doing most of our jobs.
Yeah.
You could probably wind up using a tablet, right?
Yeah.
But you're always going to still use, unless they start making these tablets, which I think they started already. I see tablets with 12-inch, 14-inch screens already,
Yeah.
So little by little, they're going to start taking that little niche from the laptops.
Yeah, so family, with that, time is up, because time goes really fast. But I think we gave you an idea of these two technologies. Which one is better? Like he said, like I give you the same suggestion is it will depend on what is it that you're going to do for your business. If it's something you want to be really, really, really portable, if it's something that could run with a iOS of a tablet, well, tablet might be your solution. If you're gonna do something that you needed a laptop because you need more power, you wanna be stationed in some place, you might move, but not as much. Maybe you're gonna be here a whole day sitting down in a chair. Probably you wanna have a full laptop with your full keyboard with all the accessories you could have on there to print, to do all the office things you might probably need to do for business. So that's what we got for today, but the time is up. Mm-hmm. Family, remember, you gotta subscribe, click the button, the red button, subscribe, and click like if you like the video though, right? And we want to see you next week. Every week we keep bringing you content of business with Elliot Cardona, talking about business. How can we use some technologies for our businesses? You know, all our kids, if you have a kid in your house, if you have a daughter, a son, and they're starting their businesses, this is the place. We're going to be giving them small advices, you know, little tips of how to push their business up, just using technologies. They're already out there. They might be using, but that they haven't thought about. Time is up, but Elliot, something you want to say before we close?
It's time.
Family, it's time. It's time, the podcast with Dario Ortiz, and we see you next week.
Bye, everybody.
Ustedes, Dario Ortiz, agradeciéndoles que estén disfrutando del contenido de nuestro canal. Como saben, todas las semanas les subimos nuevo material y nuevo contenido para que disfruten de los temas y tópicos que tocamos en nuestro podcast. Es por eso que si estás disfrutando de este material, recuérdate de darle like y darle a la campanita. Recuérdate de suscribirte a nuestro canal. Y si consideras que el material que estás viendo ha impactado tu vida de manera positiva y te ha ayudado a alcanzar nuevas metas, siéntete en confianza en apoyarnos haciendo un pequeño donativo a través de cualquiera de las distintas plataformas de medios electrónicos que te vamos a proveer a continuación. Puedes utilizar nuestra cuenta de PayPal dariopcx@hotmail.com o simplemente nuestra ATH móvil. Nuestra ATH móvil es 787-727-6026. Por último, puedes hacerlo a través de correo P.O. Box 20975, San Juan, Puerto Rico 00910. Gracias por tu apoyo, gracias por tu patrocinio y seguimos viéndonos en los próximos videos. Y recuerda, it's time the podcast.